Dr. Rowe here, and today we're going to talk about anxiety check-in with kids. I'm an integrative and pediatric mental health expert who's on a mission to change the way we view and treat children's mental health. If you're new to my channel, hit subscribe and make sure to turn on your notifications so you get my new videos every week. Let's dive in. When kids are anxious, they disconnect from their body, and adults do this too. And so we try to avoid those uncomfortable feelings that come along with anxiety or any other emotion, sadness, different things that come up for children at different points. But these body sensations are our natural alert system to let us know that something is irritating us and really that we should take action on it, not avoid it. But we've become so accustomed to pushing down feelings and avoiding it that children are becoming less resilient. And as uncomfortable as it is to feel stress and to feel that your chest is tightening or your tummy's bothering you, again, it's a natural alert system to take action. And it's an opportunity to learn a way to manage it. And it's through those experiences that kids develop a toolkit, a way to deal with stressors that come up in our life. Because as you know, and during this time of the pandemic, there will always be stressors. And how we view them and manage them is really key, right? So we talk about resilience. What is resilience? It's not just how we get through things. It's actually how we recover from things. And absolutely, how we view stressors has a big impact into how our nervous system responds to things. You know, for those of us that are glass half full, because I'm a glass half full kind of girl, I just don't let certain things bother me. And I'm certainly having kids, you have to learn how to let things go because, you know, your kids teach you tolerance, right? You don't get to do things in the way. You know, my boys never slept well, you know, and so I bring that up because you just had to learn to build a tolerance, you know, that we did a lot of things for them and they just weren't good sleepers. And so it didn't ruin my life. I just learned a way to manage it. And actually, I look back at all the times they woke me up in the middle of the night as actually some of my fondest times as a nursing mom, because that was a special time. And I knew that they wouldn't do that forever. And now I can't even wake my teenager up. So it's a good thing, right? So it's how you view things is really important. But we want to really teach kids to connect to their bodies so that they learn to recognize those stressors. So how do we do that? Well, I have a 3-step process for helping children work through that any parent, teacher, or therapist can teach a child. So number 1, recognize body sensations. It's the most important thing. Teach a child, you have a tummy ache. What happened to you today? They may say, I don't know. But help them to work backwards to make sense of that. And even if they can't, what you can say is, well, it sounds like something's stressing you. What do you think we could do about it? And teach them how to manage it. Teach words to go with body sensations. So kids disconnect from their body and they don't have those words to make sense to it. What does stress mean? What does worry mean? What does sadness mean? When you're a family that uses emotion words, you give kids an ability to connect and make sense out of an intuitive level. Now, some kids need more explicit help, and you may have to reinforce it. I recently had a mom that had a feelings wheel in their house, and she made her kids, even her teenagers, God bless her, go to the feelings wheel every time they had a conversation. And really what she said, it was really helping her family to better communicate. I think when people know what to expect and we're using the same words and understand them the same way, we know that it helps things. But you really want to use feeling words to help your kids connect. The last step in the process is to check the level of distress. In my teletherapy toolkit book, and really a standard psychotherapy technique, we talk about something called SUDS, which is subjective units of distress. And it's a therapeutic way to check in. And it's really simple. you really just get a kid to put a number on their level of stress. So you can do 1 to 5, you can do 1 to 10, you can do 1 to 100. I don't recommend that. Too much gray area. For younger kids, I like 1 to 5. And for older kids, I like 1 to 10. It just feels easier for them. And what I love about this is you get a sense of your kid's stress. They get a sense of it. And then what we do is we often like to not just check in, but then employ some type of stress management technique and do a pre and post. So for example, your child can say, I really have a tummy. And you can say, what's your level of stress right now? And they might say a 4 or a 5, whatever it is. And then you can say, let's do some deep breathing and then do a series of 3 of, I love my 4, 7, 8 breath. In for 4, hold for 7, out for 8. Do that 3 rounds or until you bring your stress level down. And you'll know that when you do a check-in on what their level of distress is. And it's a great way for them to get a sense that, wow, I'm doing something that actually works. So checking in with your kids' anxiety, or as a teacher, as a professional, this is just a quick way to really help them. And it's a 3-step process that works time and time again. So remember, if you or a child you care about is struggling, it's going to be okay. I am here to show you how to help children and teens feel calm, alert, and feel good about themselves. I want to hear how you are helping kids feel less anxious. So drop it in the comments. Catch you on the next episode. And remember, subscribe to the Dr. Roseann channel where we talk about natural and effective ways to reduce children's mental health issues.